Okay, KCA, this is your lesson 2 homework for music reading basics. And hopefully everybody wrote down the notes on the slideshow from this week so that they could complete this first part. And I guess if you could complete it, then that means you wrote it down. So all we're going to do is we're going to look at this answer bank here, and then we're going to write down which number associates. So the staff, that is number 3. 5 lines, 4 spaces is the staff. The hi-hat with foot. Well, if we're looking at the drum set, the hi-hat is on the ground. Okay, so that's on the bottom. This is on the bottom of the staff, and we know that cymbals are associated with the X's for the note head. This is an X for a note head, so that is number 1. Snare drum. Snare drum's in the middle. It's not high, it's not low, it's right in the middle. That is number 2. Hi-hat. Hi-hat is a cymbal, so it's going to be an X. Oh, let me cross out which ones I did. 1, 2, 3. That is number 6. We have a bass drum. Bass drum's low. We're going to go number 4. So that's that first space at the bottom of the staff. And the high tom is the top space of the staff. So hopefully you could have just looked at your notes and did that pretty quickly. Just matching them up. The more you do it, the easier it's going to be. Okay, the next section, we're going to look at some different time signatures. Time signatures help us identify how many beats there are in a measure and which rhythm is going to get the beat. Right now, the only thing that we've ever learned is that the quarter note gets the beat. So when we have that pulse, this is just the quarter note. That's all we've been doing. Moving on to drum set, there's going to be a lot of different time signatures. There's going to be time signatures where the quarter note still gets the beat, but there's not going to be 4 beats in every measure, which you're used to. Maybe it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like a waltz. Maybe it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like a march. Or maybe it's going to be 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This doesn't even have a 4 on the bottom. That has an 8 on the bottom. So when I think of, or when I learned it, I always looked at the 4 on the bottom and I thought of it as a fraction by itself. So I said, okay, there's a 4 on the bottom. If I take away that 1/4, that's just a 4th. If I say that fraction out loud, that says a quarter. What rhythm is a quarter? Oh, that's a quarter note. Okay, so that's what's going to get the beat. If I take away the 6 up top and I just make it a fraction, that's 1/8. What fraction is an 1/8? Oh, that's an 1/8 note. Okay, the 1/8 note that's going to get the beat. That's how I always thought about it when I was first learning to read time signatures. If that works for you guys, that's awesome. Sometimes time signatures are going to look like this. Okay, and then if I take away that top number, oh, that's just a 1/2. Oh, what rhythm is a half? Oh, a half note. The half note's going to get the beat. So that's how that would work. We're not going to do that though. But that's a good way to kind of think about it. So when there's a 4 in the bottom, like these 3, the quarter note is going to get the beat. And that's what you've already been doing. So nothing's going to change there. The only thing that's going to change is the amount of notes per measure, the amount of beats per measure, the amount of quarter notes per measure. So here we have 4, and that's the number on top. 4 beats per measure. 3 beats per measure. And 2 beats per measure. Now here we have the 8th note gets the beat. That's new. How many 8th notes per measure? 6. So there's the 8th note gets the beat. How many beats are there per measure? How many 8th notes are there per measure? 6. And it's easier to think about it when you just see it in music, which is the second page. Okay, we're going to practice writing in our counts again. It's important to always look at the time signature. Always look at the time signature so you know what gets the beat. The longer you've been doing it, the more you just kind of know. You can just see it in the music and you just know. Okay, my time signature is always located at the beginning of the piece of music, and it's 4/4. So I have 4 beats per measure, and my quarter note gets the beat. I always start my measure on beat 1, and because there's 4 beats per measure, I cannot stop at 3, and I cannot go past 4. I have to go to 4. So I have 1, and remember we subdivide our eighth notes with whatever beat it is, and an and. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And I'm going to put it in parentheses because it's a rest. I have my bar line, which means I need to restart. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I have another bar line, so I need to restart. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and another bar line. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, next line. There's no time signature here. Well, that's because we don't need to write it at the beginning of every line. We only need to write it at the beginning of the song or piece of music, or if the time signature changes in the middle of the song. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Now I did my Scooby Doopy there because I want everybody to know that 1 and 2 are together in that one rhythm. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Okay, so if I was counting this out loud, 2, ready, and 1, 2, and 3, and shh, 1, and shh, 3, and shh, shh, 2, and shh, 4, and shh, 2, and 3, and shh, 1, and shh, shh, 4, and 1, 2, shh, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and shh, shh, 4, and. So that is the first one. Or example 6,209. Excuse me. The next one, our time signature changes. It is not 4/4 anymore. It is 2/4, which means we are only going to the number 2. We are not stopping at 1, and we are not going past 2. I also have 16th notes. Now remember that we subdivide 16th notes with whatever beat we're on. That's our number. It could be 1, could be 2. If we're going, right now it's only 2/4, so it's only going to be 1 or 2. E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and or 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and Okay, so 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 E and 1, shh, 1, 2 E and 1, 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1, shh. So every bar line, I have to go back to reset my counting at the number 1. So even if you forget what your time signature is, if you just know that at the bar lines you go back to the number 1, you'll know that, oh, okay, well, there's only 2 beats per measure. I have to be in 2/4. 1, 2 E and 1, 2 E and 1, 2, 1 E and 2, 1 E and 2, 1, 2, 1 E and 2 E and 1, 2. So none of my measures stopped at 1, and none of my measures went past 2. So it all checks out. Okay, here I go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 E and 1, sh. 1, 2 E and a 1, 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1, sh, sh. 2 E and a sh, 2 E and a 1, 2, 1 E and a sh, 1 E and a 2, sh, 2, 1 E and a 2 E and a sh, 2. And you see, I'm being very robotic in my rhythms. Not giving any slack on my 16th notes. I may sound congested because I am congested, but I'm being very strict on where my 16th notes are lining up, where my 8th notes are lining up. I'm making sure everything is extremely subdivided in the beat. Everything is right where it needs to be. Okay, here it is. 6/8 time. Ooh, it's not bad at all. Okay, so remember, 6 beats per measure, and the 8th note gets the beat. That means every 8th note is a number. Now, we're not doing this. Not anymore. We have to have a brand new way of thinking. All of these are 8th notes. They're now grouping 8th notes, not just in group of 2s or 4s. But now they're grouping, that was awful. But now they're grouping them in groups of 3s. Why? Well, we're in 6/8, 6 beats per measure. What's half of 6? 3. It's just easier to, and looks more visually appealing, and for other reasons. But for right now, let's just go with that. It's visually appealing, and we'll call it a day. Okay, so every 8th note gets a number. We can't stop at 5, and we can't go past 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I made it to my bar line. I'm going to restart. Now you have to ask yourself, there's a dotted quarter note next. How many 8th notes fit in a dotted quarter note? Let's see. I don't know. Let's say I have no idea. Can we skip it? Can we go to the next rhythms in the measure and figure it out? Yeah, let's work backwards. We know there's 6 beats in a measure, so I'm going to go 6, 5, 4. That must mean that a dotted quarter note in 6/8 time gets 3 beats, 3 8th notes. It consists of 1 8th note, 2 8th note, 3 8th note. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, we figured that out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here's another one. Let's see if it works again. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it does. Great. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. This felt tip pen is not great for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Okay, so I have a double bar line here. So this first exercise is over. I'm going to clap it out for you. Ready and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the next example. We have quarter notes now. Okay, I had to step away from the video. There was a baby problem, baby emergency. I'm not really sure where I left off at, but I guess I'll start right on the second line. Okay, so remember that every 8th note is a beat. Gonna go to 6 and start over at the next measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my quarter notes get 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they get 2 beats because I can fit 2 8th notes inside a quarter note. And if 1 8th note gets 1 beat, and I can fit 2 8th notes inside a quarter note, then a quarter note gets 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if I'm tapping this one out or counting this one out loud, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I tried to make the quarter notes and the dotted quarter notes a higher pitch so that you could hear that I was holding them through. Because it's hard for me to count and keep it held through. So hopefully you're able to hear the higher pitches and know that those were the quarter notes and the dotted quarter notes. This is the last page, and this page should be pretty easy. We're drawing in the bar lines. We're not writing in the counts. We're just drawing in bar lines. So I'm looking at my top number. They all have a 4 on the bottom. So the quarter note gets the beat in all of these. I don't have to worry about 6/8 time. There's 4 beats in a measure. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. A whole note gets 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at the very end, I draw a double bar line because that's the end of the song. Okay, here I have 3 beats per measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm still thinking of 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3 for a dotted half note. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So it all checks out. And I have my double bar line to say that's the end. Back to 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3. And then remember, half notes are a half a beat. So 4 and. Half rest gets 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a whole rest, gets 4 beats. 2, 4, 2 beats per measure. 1 and 2 and. 1, 2. 1, 2. A half rest gets 2 beats. And 1, 2. That's all you have to do for that page. You don't have to write in any counts. That is it. Hopefully that helps.